Today's devotional is When Loving Jesus Makes No Sense, and it explores how loving Jesus fully may seem foolish to others, but in his eyes, it is beautiful. We turn back to our Bible passage for this week, Mark chapter 14 and verses 1 to 11. Jesus anointed at Bethany. It was now 2 days before Passover and the festival of unleavened bread. The leading priests and the teachers of religious law were still looking for an opportunity to capture Jesus secretly and kill him. But not during the Passover celebration, they agreed, or the people may riot. Meanwhile, Jesus was in Bethany at the home of Simon, a man who had previously had leprosy. While he was eating, a woman came in with a beautiful alabaster jar of expensive perfume made from essence of nard. She broke open the jar and poured the perfume over his head. Some of those at the table were indignant. Why waste such expensive perfume, they asked. It could have been sold for a year's wages and the money given to the poor. So they scolded her harshly. But Jesus replied, "Leave her alone. Why criticize her for doing such a good thing to me? You will always have the poor among you, and you can help them whenever you want to. But you will not always have me. She has done what she could, and has anointed my body for burial ahead of time. I tell you the truth, wherever the good news is preached throughout the world, this woman's deed will be remembered and discussed." Then Judas Iscariot, one of the 12 disciples, went to the leading priests to arrange to betray Jesus to them. They were delighted when they heard why he had come, and they promised to give him money. So he began looking for an opportunity to betray Jesus. Have you ever done something out of love that others just didn't understand? Maybe you made a sacrifice that seemed irrational to those watching. That's exactly what happened to the woman in Mark 14. She gave her most valuable possession to Jesus, and instead of celebrating her devotion, people criticized her. There will always be voices that question extravagant love for Jesus. The world often measures worth in terms of practicality and efficiency. God measures it in terms of love. What looks foolish in human eyes can be precious in the eyes of Christ. If you feel called to step out in faith, to give, to serve, or to dedicate yourself to Christ more fully, don't let the opinions of others hold you back. Love for Jesus is never wasted. So today, don't be afraid to love Jesus in bold ways. If generosity seems impractical, give anyway. If serving seems to go unnoticed, serve anyway. If stepping out in faith feels risky, trust him anyway. True devotion isn't about what makes sense to others. It's about what pleases Jesus. Choose faith over fear. Choose worship over worry. And choose love over logic. Jesus, help me to love you with abandon, even when others don't understand. Give me courage to follow you wholeheartedly, knowing that nothing done for you is ever wasted. Teach me to value your approval more than anything else. Amen. And today's reflection question for you to ponder is, has fear of others' opinions ever stopped you from loving Jesus fully? And how can you overcome that? I hope you join me back here tomorrow for another Battle Drill Daily Devotional as we look at the scary side of generosity.